games with Devin Harbaugh and Connie Altice against Frank Modlin and Cheyenne Bubenheim, who just won the women's singles. This is the one you highlighted at the start of the show, Anthony, is the one you were looking at most.
Yeah, this is going to be a beast of a matchup. We kind of go through it a little bit. Devin Harbaugh, the number 6 ranked player in the world right now. And then you look over at Frank Modlin on the opposite side, his opponent on the men's side. They're kind of, you got men on one side, women on the other. Frank Modlin, the winningest USA Cornhole player of all time. Now Harbaugh and Altice, the defending co-ed champions coming off of last year. But if you look to the other side, who's standing next to Connie Altice? Cheyenne Bubenheim,
who all of about 3 minutes ago won the women's singles championship.
The most decorated female of all time in this game. So I think the difference in the match is going to come down to Connie Altice. Can she tame Cheyenne Bubenheim? Can she actually get some scoring rounds and help out the other side? I think Devin Harbaugh is going to handle his side, and Frank Modlin is a beast in himself.
Backs.
Frank four-bagger getting 2-2.
Frank Modlin goes 2 on the 4-bagger. We talked to him right before the start of this one, and he gave a lot of credit to Cheyenne Bubenheim. He said, listen, I'm just kind of maintaining. It's been Cheyenne who's been dominating all day long today.
Yeah, I think, what was that stat he gave us about the double dip coming up to win the bracket?
She missed 1 bag in 2 games.
So she had a perfect game, 12.0 in the first scoop, and then missed a bag. So 1 bag in the double scoop. That's insane.
Great shot.
Nice high back block, perfect back block. We're going to get an air mail from Altice. Can she hit it and drag it all? No.
Good try.
A little short on her mark.
It's Cheyenne 3, make it 5-0. Bubenheim, Modlin.
So what Frank Modlin and Cheyenne Bubenheim have going for them as well is bag chemistry. They both throw these all cornhole evolutions. On the other side, Altice is throwing Harbaugh's bag, so it's her making the adjustment to kind of find comfort in a different bag in her hand. Tight to the board, we might get an airmail here from Harbaugh. He's going to leave that block here. This white bag here is blocking the hole, making it hard for the push on Modlin.
Go through it or go up again?
Whichever you think's best.
I'm just going to go through it.
So he's saying, do you want me to come up the side here and go through everything, or shoot another airmail?
Oh,
this time he tried to go through. Neither bag went in.
I just come up into it.
I don't hate it. This one's sitting slick side. It's got a lot of drip. It's just going to drip in the hole. His 4th bag is just going to come up the middle here and get everything.
I just slide. I don't think this one will go. I just slide up into it.
So Bubenheim wants him to get up deep in it. Just lay a block, like right about here. Another step out for Harbaugh. Full step out, stick side in the hand. Can he work up the right side? Oh, and he's side rails. That is the risk of full step out. When you full step out on an outside arm, you're actually having to shoot over the edge of the board. That angle has you coming over the side of the board. When you come up short, you side rail like that.
So we get a wash on 7s, and it stays 5-0. Bubenheim and Modlin.
That was a big scoring opportunity for Harbaugh there. Needed it, down 5-0.
Good bag.
It's a 4-bagger for Bubenheim.
Good finish. My fault.
Connie Altice gets a 10 plus 2 for Bubenheim. 7-0 lead.
If Bubenheim keeps playing like she did in the previous match, she's going to be outscoring on this side. Harbaugh has got to step up his game. He's got to take advantage of opportunities like that in the previous round. Coming up the side, he could have got a 5-point out of that side rail.
Sorry.
Frank Modlin throwing the slick side of his bag solely, and that's what happens when your line isn't good. He is going to be off the back side. That's the downside of a really fast bag.
A 4-bagger for Harbaugh.
Takes advantage that time on bag 4. Had a chance to go get 2. He goes and gets it. Cracks the egg. 2-7.
Appreciate that. Well, that's good.
Cheyenne Bubenheim, a 22-year-old out of Florida in her 5th season as an ACL pro. We talked about in the previous match, the 29th ranked player in the world. That's men and women's. 256 pros in the division. She's in the top 30.
Two bags.
Forward for Connie, number 2.
Hey, we got a clap from Devin Harbaugh. Connie Altice getting any points on that side against Bubenheim is going to help the cause here.
They've got 4 straight to pull it down to 7-4.
Devin Harbaugh throwing a carpet-style bag. Boardwalkers. It's a Viking-like carpet. Apparently it's a bigger template, really floppy in the hand. I actually got to feel these ones a little bit earlier. Really floppy in the hand. What that does for you just get kind of close to the hole and it melts.
Sorry.
Left one short. 2 more for Harbaugh. 7-6 the lead, but it's been 6 straight for Harbaugh and Altice.
That was a slick side evolution. That is a 9-speed coming up short on bag 4.
Bag.
Takes both in with her.
Altice looking good. She is down the middle right now. She's kind of finding her groove here and a chance to get 3 on the 4-bagger. Bag 4 coming out.
And she will.
3 points at least. Couple mistakes for Bubenheim. That's 5 points given up in 2 rounds.
So 9-7 lead on 9 consecutive scored by Harbaugh and Altice.
Devin Harbaugh, an OG in this game. He goes back pretty deep. The thing about Harbaugh, he's been one of the, a top 10 player multiple times. Actually, in 5 of his pro seasons, a top 10 player. He's yet to have that signature singles win. The winningest player of all time to not have a signature singles win. But he does really well in this doubles format.
Today's my first event with you and with USA Cornhole, and when you introduced me to Harbaugh earlier today, he told me that he is the best player who's never won anything. I loved it.
There you go.
There you go, double 4-bagger between Harbaugh and Modlin.
9-7, Harbaugh, Altice.
Well, here's his
Keep doing your
chance.
thing down there.
We've got a coed national championship here on the table. 2-point lead.
Start.
And Altice is cooking.
Harbaugh and Altice are the defending champs. They can make it back-to-back co-ed national championships.
I love that bag there. Let's see what Bubenheim does. She's going to go side by side. Bubenheim is one of the best at just cleaning up a board on deep blocks. Might get a back block. Just lay it right about here. That's going to leave a push open. Slick side in the hand. She's going to come through with the fast side. Oh, no, and it hops.
Fell off the back of the board.
Unbelievable. So what happens is she actually threw the bag the same angle as the board, so it hit perfectly flat. When you land perfectly flat, you get a bounce out of it. It kind of just bounced over the push.
What should she have tried to do instead?
Her normal release is actually pretty flat to the ground, so with the board already being sloped, your nose hits first, and that's a good push bag. But in that case, it was kind of angled like the board, so you can get like a flat smack and then a bounce out of it. Fourth bag for Harbaugh, into sit 10. Modlin left with the same situation, into wash it 10. Is he gonna grab off the left? He chased it. I don't hate it. He had Harbaugh on the backside. He kind of tried to chase that left bag and pull it all in, just came up short. I feel like the speed is a little bit too slow for Modlin. We saw him throw his 4th bag short. That push bag was short. Although he's throwing the fastest possible side of his bag, he's gonna have to kind of come in a little hotter, like lower his angle a little bit. A block attempt, clear block attempt. You could see the height on that bag from Bubenheim. We saw that work well for her in the women's singles. Now she has a step out. That's actually going to pay off. Push through all of this to earn 2 points.
Oh, you got to throw it.
Yep.
Too short.
You could hear her say, you got to throw it. She just didn't give it enough juice. It's still there. Same shot. Step out, slick side. Come through all of this, get at least 2.
It's either shoot it or come into that pretty good. Either way.
It's exactly
Come
what
into it pretty
Modlin
good
just
if you
said
do it.
too.
She's shooting it instead. I liked the push through. I liked the push through. That was actually an airmail attempt. A slick side push was wide open up the right side. A less risky shot.
Harbaugh. 15-7. Timothy 15-7.
Hey.
Harbaugh just making sure who has the lead bag. Throwing in the right order is important. If you don't have the lead bag, you throw first, you're out of turn. What actually happens is the bag you thrown gets removed from play, your opponent gets to throw 2 in a row. You don't want to throw out of turn, it stings.
My fault.
Little case of the lefts here from Modlin. Yep. Now, we were talking to Modlin a little bit earlier. What was he saying? He had like a rib injury or something he's dealing with?
Yeah, earlier this week.
That's good.
I can live with that.
Suffered an injury near his rib cage when he was trying to load a car onto a trailer, and so he kind of practiced a new technique this week, Anthony, where he was throwing with his left foot forward, no follow through, and he said he did that the first game or two today, and he said, I just couldn't do it anymore. I went back to my normal. He's like, I'm kind of working through the pain, but I've got that right foot forward, the follow through that he normally has.
Yeah, that could certainly be a factor. I mean, Frank Modlin, one of the best players to play this game, period. And for him to put 3 bags off the left side like that, I can only imagine what kind of pain he's dealing with right now.
Shot.
See if we get another block attempt here out of Bubenheim on bag 3. Man, I gotta say, Altice is cooking, man. She is not missing many here. She is definitely handling her side of the boards. I said the difference in the match at the beginning was gonna be Altice. She's definitely coming through right now in this co-ed final.
She has done more than hold up her own. Her and Harbaugh, 19-7, double 4-bagger for Altice and Bubenheim.
No mistakes for Modlin. One off here to the left again or right. And that's a clear path for Harbaugh to finish this off with a 4-bagger. Nice, level 1. He's gonna stay tight to the board. He's going up. Bang, he hits it. That's a high-risk bag, too. If that's off, it's game.
What an airmail from Modlin.
And it might pay off. Can he get the bully? So that's a miss. Modlin wanted to push this bag out here to the right. He's left.
Come on.
That is what Devin Harbaugh does. He's so good at collecting off the right side. Frank Modlin needs it all to stay alive.
Needs to collect here in order for this game to not end for Frank Modlin. And he sent it off the back end of the board. And Harbaugh and Altice are the co-ed doubles champions for the 2nd consecutive year as they go back-to-back.
Hey, Harbaugh might say I'm the best player to never win anything. Well, he's winning them in doubles. Hopefully we see him soon in a singles event and knock that one down.
Harbaugh holds up one finger, but it should have been